Yeah, Safety Boy seatbelts. 66 Buick. There's a problem with most of you that have older General Motors type products. Is the original seatbelt retractors, which are cool, and one of these actually worked. This was the original one, but I just didn't want to put in one by itself and not have one on the other side. It's just me. And buying these surplus, rebuilt, whatever, they're a fortune. They're a lot of money. These are Safety Boy retractor seatbelts that were supposed to fit a 66 Buick. You've seen them listed on all kinds of different places where they're supposed to fit a 66 Buick. They won't. If you put a bracket in here and everything was happy with you, then it could be used if this ran over a pulley for a 3-point system. And they think that just because they reduced a number of points, it's going to work. I don't see how. We got 2 of these that came to us, and I had managed at one point to get them to release. They're supposed to be released. These are inertia style. That's the problem. This one here being, comes out to the end, that's how it stops. Real simple, no fuss, no muss, that's where it goes. People that had the old cars knew that. The other option, although the cars were almost never optioned that way, you could get just a straight belt that did not retract. So if you had just a straight belt that did not retract, but these are cool, and we liked them to be original. What I finally did is I went to the non-retractor style, although we haven't put them in the front yet. But on this one here, even as an inertia retractor, it is supposed to come out. And then one of these I had gotten to work by, there we go. Okay. And so you let it back, it comes out, and it pretty much works like an inertia one does, but you will find times that it will get right down to the bottom, and it'll be iffy before you can, okay, this one, to get this one to work after being shipped here, and it does, mostly it's kind of working. Okay, it's not terrible as what it seemed at first. But it is definitely inertia, not something you want to fuss with, having to bracket this so it stays straight up and try to bring it across your lap. In fact, they tell you in the instructions to mount it in a whole new place behind where the original hole is, if you look at in relation to the seat. And yet they also tell you at best, it's preferred to use the original mounting holes, even though geometry-wise it can't work. They sell you a little angle iron piece that you can buy that they say is an option, but actually would be absolutely necessary if you wanted to even sort of use this. I would recommend that you just go with their fixed belts. Their fixed belts are not really, that's just half of that one. You go up front here, and that's another discussion. And reason why, why I decided we needed to make a video about this. I was a little annoyed about the quality of the inertial retractor. The people I bought it from, great people, they actually refunded my money and told me to keep the retractors. So that's not a problem there as far as the people that sold me stuff. These came from another seller, by also another retailer. There's lots of different retailer, at least by name, that are selling the Safety Boy stuff. Now, we bought 3 of these at first and put them in the back seats. So I know that they will work. They're just a basic seat belt. And they clip on, nothing fancy, but they pretty much will work for any car that you're doing. And these were relatively inexpensive. First ones I bought with shipping were $33 to $35, somewhere in there a piece. And I bought 3 of them. Well, when I came back to look for them later, I got to thinking, because that was the best price I could get on a universal seatbelt. And I just, for curiosity, got to looking, what if I look by application? Well, if you start looking by application, these are suggested to fit everything from a Yugo to a 42 Jeep to a whatever. But they're all the same seatbelt. When you look in the specs, they're all the same width. They're all the same overall length extended. The only difference is what they claim it fits and the price. So in this particular instance, I got these for $20 a piece this time by buying 2 of them as a matched set for a 63 Jeep Wagoneer. Exactly the same as the ones that I had bought 3 of, but if you're shopping around, it's not who you buy them from, but it's what you buy them for. And since I've now mentioned that the 63 Jeep Wagoneer is currently the cheapest, they may change that because the pricing is all over the place. But don't look for the universal ones because they're actually generally more expensive than the ones that are for a specific application, although some of the specific ones were way expensive. But they're all the same seatbelt. And that's what I found really interesting and thought people should know. They work, they're okay. They're retractors, they're inertial retractors. If that's what you need, I guess they're okay, they sort of work. But I wasn't thrilled with them, and they're definitely not the thing to use on an earlier GM product. So that's my review on Safety Boy seatbelts.